This episode just went. Yeah. What is up, everybody? My name is Chris. This is Jeff. Welcome to Cref.
All right, guys. Today on the video, we are watching The Bad Batch episode number 8.
Yes. Wow.
Gosh, that last episode was crazy,
it
right?
was good.
Wrecker's chip finally went off, right? We saw the whole thing happen, and now the Scrapper Guild called in the Empire.
Yep.
So this episode should be good.
I think Crosshair's going to come in on this episode.
Yeah.
We're going to see a confrontation in that.
For sure.
Yep.
If you're new to the channel, guys, welcome. So happy to have you. We do reviews, reactions to movies, TV shows, video games. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And with that out of the way, let's get into it.
Let's get started, guys.
Okay, guys. Here we go.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the reunion. The reunion of Crosshair.
I wonder who the reunion's going to be with. Kamino. Okay. All right. Finally back to here. Okay.
Jumping straight into it.
If you find them on Bracca,
terminate them. Okay. They don't say anything about Omega, so maybe they're not trying to recover Omega. Maybe it's not them that's trying to recover Omega then.
That's how you disassemble a thermal explosion. There's tons of live ordnance buried in this ship.
I really hope that Omega is some character that ends up in like the later part of Star Wars, you know, after Return of the Jedi, something like that, because she's learning a lot from these clones, you know. To me, if she was Force sensitive, it feels like kind of a cop-out. Just to be like, okay, now we're going to pass you off to the Jedi Temple. It's like, nah, I want to see more of her in this, with the clones, you know.
Just waiting to make my move.
It's good we don't have to worry about the chip anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking for a second, I was like, wait, is he about to like revert? But then I was like, no. It took care of
all
that.
their chips are gone.
Last episode.
With a hole like this, Siddle owe us for a change. If we
Nah,
Rex,
it's not going to be that easy, boys. We know Crosshair's coming.
Hunter, we're soldiers. What other path is there?
What other path is there for them, if not being soldiers?
The proximity sensor. It signals when there's an approaching vessel.
Oh boy,
Oh,
here we
shoot.
go.
Most likely a short
Here we
circuit.
go.
Nope, not a short circuit.
Hunter,
Crosshair versus Clone Company 99 in the middle of a shipyard.
No longer delay.
Ooh,
The
no
Empire's
longer delay.
mission on Bracca poses a threat to
What's
our
the
contingency.
contingency
plan?
I will
plan?
have to
We already have someone handling.
Handling matters.
as one of these
Oh,
Okay, so
vessels delivers
they hired the bounty hunters. Okay.
all
Omega's the contingency plan. We got Fennec Shand over here. It's all
Okay.
connected.
Okay.
All connected.
I mean, he knows how they work, right?
Oh man, he brought the full arsenal over here.
They're gonna need it.
We found their ship. There's no one inside.
secure the perimeter.
Oh boy. He knows all their tactics. He knows all their patterns.
The thing is, why would they just destroy their ship right there?
So we can monitor
Right?
them.
Cut off their escape route.
True.
Because you now know they're gonna escape somehow.
Yes, sir.
Push the targets towards the hangar.
Do you think he knows that they're listening? Oh yeah, he doesn't like heights.
Yep.
Of
course he
got
knew.
him.
Of course he knew.
Tapping our
Yep.
Yeah.
See, I told you. I told you.
pips.
It's not gonna work.
Nah, man.
Aim for the kid.
Oh, aim for the
Damn,
kid!
son! No! The chip didn't make him like evil. It just made him, you know, go against the Jedi.
Yeah, but he's always been kind of ruthless.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there's the bow.
Pink Ranger bow, let's go.
Oh, he
Oh
just
my
chucks
god,
them.
he just picked him up and just
Jeez. Oh,
flamethrower.
flamethrower.
Can you use that in Battlefront? I don't think so. I don't remember being able to use a flamethrower.
Bring
I want to see how if this is the episode where they get Crosshair back, or just gonna keep going.
Nah, I don't think so.
They don't got enough time to go through that whole arc.
Right. Oh,
Well,
oh,
that was easy.
oh, sniping them.
Sniper, no sniping.
Are they turning on the engine?
Uh-oh.
Man, ruthless. My goodness.
Oh my god.
Shoot. Oh,
man.
nice. Ooh. Eee, he's getting burned. Wow.
Oh.
Just
All
like
right.
that, huh?
Cool. Cool.
Oh, what happened? What did happen to them?
Someone's here. This
Oh,
was
someone else is here?
Fennec Shand.
Oh!
Cad Bane! Cad Bane!
Freaking
Cad Bane!
Cad Bane!
Cad Bane!
Oh, snap! I know that voice anywhere.
Cad
Hell
Bane!
yeah!
Cad Bane!
I've taken down so many.
Ah!
Once
This
you figure
episode
out
just
one,
went.
For a surprise.
I doubt that.
Bro, don't mess with Cad Bane.
Nah, man. Don't even play with Cad Bane.
Kids,
It's not going anywhere.
that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Crap.
man.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. It's over, man.
Woo!
Just give up.
Baby
Just give up,
Showdown.
guys. It's Cad Bane. Just give up. This guy took on Obi-Wan Kenobi, okay? Multiple bounty hunters? Other clones?
Oh! Oh, he got him. He got him.
Shot.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Girl, it ain't gonna work.
Shoot.
Sorry, little lady.
Woo! Oh, whoa, whoa.
I was like-
It's a kid show. Hey.
That sucks. Cad Bane. Why? Oh my god.
Bringing in the big guns. Not messing around. Ooh, look at his face. Oh, shoot.
Yo, you know he's getting a new mask or some weird face or something.
Damn, he took Omega.
He took Omega. Oh, crosshair. No.
A bounty hunter. All right, guys, that was the Bad Batch episode number 8. Wow, boy, so, not a lot of stuff happened, but
Yeah.
the things that did happen were big.
Yeah.
Namely,
definitely.
Well, we'll get into the big thing in a second, but first I want to talk about that moment on Camino, right? Because what did they say? Because I
Yep.
think, the beginning of the episode was, pretty quiet,
Yeah,
pretty standard,
yeah.
but that moment really stuck out to me because what did they say? They said, okay, we have a contingency
Yep,
here.
like a
And
plan B.
And Omega
Yeah.
is somehow that contingency. But what does that mean, Chris? What do you think this contingency is that they're talking about?
You know, if I had to guess, right? Again, who knows what because the Kaminoans have never been a factor really in anything.
Right.
They never really had. It's just like, oh, they're just a function of just to kind of get the clones out,
Right,
right?
right,
We never
right,
really thought about them.
True.
What's their motive? Here's what I think. I think that okay, you know what? They've seen that they have two motives. Number one, they technically do have control of these clones, right? So it's like, well, if the Empire ever turns on them, maybe they have like a contingency plan to have these clones kind of turn against the Empire. Maybe.
Right.
That's one thing.
Right.
Number two is if their motive is to still kind of sell these clones, if they just want to make profit and have the Empire use the clones, then Omega would be like the next stage in clone evolution. Hey, by the way, the Empire, we have this new type of clone, maybe force sensitive, maybe extra smart, whatever. Maybe more human-like.
See, but what's
know.
interesting to me is that they let her go, right? Was that to hide her from the Empire, just in case, because they didn't know what the
maybe,
Empire's motives
maybe.
were, and now they freaking hire Cad Bane to get her back? It just seems like a dramatic kind of move.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's just a narrative thing to okay, we need Omega to go travel with them, so this is just this is how we're gonna do it, narratively, thematically, which I can understand, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much control they really had over letting her go.
Right,
you
because
know?
I mean they were in the hangar and the shields went down or something. I think what's her name,
yeah.
was the one that let them go,
Lama Su?
right? Lama Su, right?
Yeah.
So I just wonder why she let her go in the first place, if not. And just to get her back later on. Again, maybe it's to hide her from the Empire, depending on what the Empire's motives were.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. That could be it. But I am curious about this contingency.
Again, to be honest, we haven't seen a whole lot of evidence that Omega is force sensitive. I feel like by episode 8, if she was, it'd be a little bit more apparent. Like,
right?
just one or two moments where like, oh shoot, she moved that thing with her mind, or oh shoot,
See,
you know what I mean?
And I would use that to sort of jump over to one of my issues with this episode, which was you have Crosshair come in. And Crosshair obviously is trying to capture them, or yada, yada, yada. But this would have been a great opportunity for Omega to sort of strut her stuff, right? But
That's true.
It didn't really happen that way, right? Obviously, the team, they come up with this idea. You put all the mines around the reactor thing, and it blows. But I'm like, there was very little Omega.
You know
to do
why?
with that.
I'll tell you why. I'll
Okay.
tell you why,
Okay.
exactly why.
Okay.
Because now what we have is we have a situation where she's going to be taken by Cad Bane, right? And we know Cad Bane.
Okay.
But here's the thing. She's going to be by herself.
Yeah.
And she's going to find some way to escape using maybe all the techniques that maybe the clone showed her.
Oh,
I think
wow.
this is going to be...
Think she's going to be able to escape from Cad Bane?
I don't know it's going to be so cut and dry like that, but I think that her abilities that she's been learning over all this time is going to shine when she's by herself. Because again, now she doesn't have the clones to help her. I think this is exactly why they set this up. And again, if you know who Cad Bane is, at the very least, he's like a powerful bounty hunter.
Right.
Her against him kind of going, with each other. I think that's going to be what's highlighted in the next episode.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see that because what they emphasized in this episode was just how powerful and how quick Cad Bane is. I mean, he beat Hunter, we're crying out loud.
I mean, it's Cad Bane.
And,
Cad Bane.
and what's interesting is that that's a contrast to when Fennec Shan showed up because she's a powerful bounty hunter in her own right, a skilled one. And it took her a ton of effort to be able to, take them down. It didn't even work.
Or lest we not forget that Crosshair basically brought a whole armada of clone
they
troops,
couldn't
and they
take-
couldn't take him.
and
then
yet-
Cad Bane comes out of
and
nowhere,
just like,
boom.
owns Hunter, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm curious to see if your theory is true, Chris. If she's gonna, using all her skills and abilities, maybe manifesting force powers for the first
Again,
time.
I don't know if it's forced, but I definitely think maybe there's something different about her where, maybe she's not so one kind of functional. Maybe she has the ability to kind of use all the different abilities. Who knows?
Right.
Right.
Another part of this episode, which, let me know your thoughts on this, is, you see Crosshair again, right? And you don't really see a crisis of conscience at all. It's full on ruthlessness,
Nope.
full on
There's
chip.
no hesitation.
I mean,
nothing.
I remember what they did was they kind of cranked up the chip to like full blast in him, and so it would
remember
make
that,
sense.
yeah.
That's why. But there was no like, oh, we gotta save him kind of thing. It was just like, all right,
that conflict wasn't there,
which was a little surprising because I mean there are soldiers. But the previous episode we saw with Wrecker, right? Like when he gets affected, it's a big deal,
Yep.
right? And I thought they were going to kind of carry that over because they're in the location where they can take out the chips, and they come to that location.
Yeah, it would make
and yet
sense.
Nothing happens.
I think that would have been too easy because
Right.
you just took it out of record. It's like, oh, now we have Crosshair too. No,
True,
that's
true,
too
true,
easy.
true,
It's too
right,
easy.
right? And most likely they're going to drag.
They're
it
going
out.
to chase after Omega and Cad Bane somehow.
Right.
Maybe they'll even fight. I mean, I don't know if they would. This is going to end up happening, but maybe Crosshair and them are going to team up somehow to find Omega. I think that's too much, but
Now I wonder, did Cad Bane mention who he was working for? Because we are assuming he's working for the Kaminoans, right? Because that's how they juxtaposed the scenes. Like, oh, okay, they talk about, the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
But they could have been talking about Fennec Shan, right? They
Yeah.
might not have been talking about Cad. It's possible Cad Bane is working
some
for
other
somebody
party.
else.
Yeah,
some other
maybe,
faction.
maybe.
Which is what I'm predicting because I think it's too easy for them to just get her back, right? Now, it's a third sort of, thread is that he takes her back, and then there's a scene where the Kaminoans are like, okay, Omega, here's why you're special, and we as the audience are like, oh, okay, that's why, and then it all becomes clear. I don't know.
maybe.
Okay, so Chris, review time. Tell me what you thought about this episode. Tell me about maybe what your favorite part of this episode was, and give a score.
This feels like to me, I mean, as much action and stuff as they were trying to put in, excuse me, I feel like this was just a filler for Cad Bane, right? Like, I was, the entire episode I was just kind of like, and then Cad Bane, boom.
Right.
I was like, oh, Cad Bane. So, again, just because of Cad Bane, it was a good episode, but the whole interaction with Crosshair and all that stuff, I just felt like there was nothing special about it.
Right.
There was no tension. There wasn't a whole lot of like, anything behind like, oh, is Crosshair turning? Is he not turning? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
None of that stuff. It was just, okay, we got to escape. Okay, we get it. You've been escaping for every single episode.
Yeah, right.
But Cad Bane is really what elevated this episode. The Kaminoans kind of revealing this is a kind of a plan B contingency that elevated, but not enough to me. So if I had to give it a score, I would say probably like a 6 6'1", 6'2". Yeah,
okay.
it's not really up there for me at all. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I did like about this episode, number one, is the whole contingency thing with Omega. I really liked that. I thought, because again, it gets us thinking again. Okay, what's her purpose? We've been asking this from the very beginning of the show. What is her purpose? And now we're getting slightly closer to that answer, which is fine. Yeah. Another thing, which is, we didn't really talk about, was at the end, obviously, Crosshair gets hurt, and now his face is all bandaged up. That sometimes, when that happens to characters, especially villains, that tends to be a sort of, changing moment for them, where it's like they get more embittered, they get more determined when that happens.
That's true.
And so I'm curious to see if that's what happens with Crosshair, because I think, they wouldn't just do
He kind of goes off the edge.
Yeah, he goes off the edge, gets unhinged a little bit, which is might need needed for him to finally capture them and finally face off against them, because in order to actually defeat them, he might need to go a step farther than he's gone before, which we'll see if that happens. And so I liked that. Obviously seeing Cad Bane is awesome. Always a pleasure. So I would go maybe a little bit higher than you, Chris. I would just go a 7 out of 10 for me.
Okay. All right, guys. That was our reaction and review of The Bad Batch episode 8.
Yes.
It was good, but I think it could have been better. But let's all be honest. Cad Bane.
Yeah,
people.
the man.
Cad Bane.
But let us know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Please let us know.
Think?
Yeah, maybe we missed some stuff. Maybe they passed some hidden things or whatever, clone, whatever artifacts. I don't know.
Right.
Let us know in the comments. We always love reading your theories, your comments, your feedback. All of it is great to us. And if you did make it to the end of the episode, you do get a fist bump. Thank you very much. It does help us out with our watch time. Again, as always, be sure to like and subscribe the video. But until then, see you next time.
See you in the next one.
Bye, guys.